Because the path between the Word document and its data source is hard-coded into the Word document, if the data source ever moves, the Word document does not know about it. And you can run into problems opening up a Word document that is a mail merge document, it is connected to a data source, but when it asks, do you want to reconnect to this data source, it cannot find it. Now this is likely to happen if you use any of the sample files from the working folder. So for example, if you were to open Special Offer Ready from your working folder, you'll be presented with a dialog box that says, opening this document will run the following SQL command, which is to select asterisk from TBL clients. So it's going to get all the client information from the database. That's great, that's what we wanted to do. Do you want to continue? Yes, please. However, it then hits a problem because it's trying to find the document at this path here, and it does not exist there. So we say OK, because we can correct this. Now, if you know the actual path, you can type it in here, the data source bit, but there's no browse option at this stage. You would need to know the physical path yourself. I'm not happy that I will get the syntax right, so I'm going to click Cancel. Then says it cannot be completed because of database engine errors. That's OK. Then we get a box, which is much more helpful, which is to find the data source. Now, there's an options here as well. We'll just explore. In here, you can remove the data header source and remove all merge info. So you can either remove the link to the database, or you can remove all merge info, which will remove the link to the database and remove all the fields that have been placed in the document. I don't actually want to do either of those, so I'm going to click Cross. I want to find the data source. That's when I'm back in my Browse dialog box and I can go look for the new location of that data source, which, if you're using the working files, is in Chapter 11, Sample 2013. Open. And everything then works willingly. The data source is exactly the same as it was previously, it's just in a different location, so there's no problem of matching fields that we have seen previously. So when I go to Mailings and preview results, everything happily works and pulls in the correct data from the correct location. So this is likely to happen to you with the working files, because they won't be in exactly the same path as they've been created in, and it's also probably likely to happen to you in a real situation. It doesn't matter if the Word document moves, that can move anywhere. It's the path to the data that if that changes, then you will need to make sure that you update it. And we've seen that when you open the file and you say, yes, let's connect to the data, it cannot find the data, but then we can browse to find the actual data and reconnect them together, saving the file, then remembers the new path to the data source. So the next time you open the file, I close this now, I reopen that same file, I'm still asked the same question about whether I want to run the SQL command. Well, I do. But then there's no issue of it finding the database because it now knows the new path to the database.